Hello YouTube. This is my KOVAAKS settings video, and we're going to go through each tab of these settings, explaining what I run so you can make your KOVAAKS look and feel just like mine. So, first setting, my sends, I run 46 CM on most of my scenarios. I barely ever change unless it's for certain smoothness sends like smoothbot. I run 45 CM, and then for wide wall scenarios or other high flick scenarios, sometimes I run 44 CM. Now, I don't really recommend anyone to copy my sensitivity, but you can if you want to. For FOV, another setting that I change a lot, it really depends on the scenario, and you'll see other players at my level change their FOV constantly depending on what they're playing. Max game FPS I keep at 360. You can also just manually change it to 999, but it doesn't really matter. Play at the highest FPS you can. My bar scale is 1.05. Sometimes you could increase this, decrease this, it doesn't really matter, but you do want to have bars visible for a lot of the scenarios you play. And then these are the rest of the settings in main. For keybinds, these are all my keybinds. You can just copy them if you want. Okay. Now for weapons, I usually choose between like 3 crosshairs. I have Zeke +1, which is the default which comes with KOVAAKS. And then I also have IMB+. I switch to that sometimes. That's also comes with KOVAAKS. Very recommended. And then recently I picked up a Crosshair by Snowy, very good tracking player, and I use her Snowy soft cross. For Crosshair scale, I use 0.7 because I do run 720p, so the crosshairs are larger if I run them at normal scale, and 0.7 seems like the equivalent to 1920.1.0 scale. And if I'm running the crosses or the IMB+, I run black, and if I run my normal Zeke +1 or any of the other Zeke crosshairs, I run white. And then these, I disable all of these sounds. I don't want them. And then for my weapon hit sound, I use spoiler perk 808 or mouse click 2. These are the headshot settings, and then I barely mess with any of those. One of the biggest questions I get is why I run 720p. Honestly, it's because it feels smoother for me, and I used to run all my games in 720p. It really doesn't matter. Use whatever is personal preference to you, but if you want yours to look like mine, 720p is what I use. For res scale, because of 720p, I have to make it a little bit above, so 15% above. No VSync, and then all of these video settings should be put in for the least amount of input lag and the least amount of frame drops. For visuals, I have themes, many themes that you can find in my Discord. I'm going to upload all of them soon once I finish working on some of them. And depending on what scenario you're running, for example, if you're running static, then there's a static theme. If you're running tracking, and then dynamic clicking, there's collections of themes. And this is the standard theme. And then these are the decal time and settings to make it so that like you don't see bullet holes or whatever. Sound settings. These are the sound settings for me. I keep kick tape or kick deep. Only use kick for this. And for spawn sounds, I use this hit sound Neo Tokyo. And that's every time a bot spawns. And I don't mess with the pitch, and these are the advanced settings. For UI, this is the big one. This is pretty much my UI setup. This is all you'll find. My reload's down here. And I keep all of these on, and the ones that I don't need I turn off. My session total time is up there. Timer would be like right here, you see it. FPS, and then my clock. And then the scenario name. And then these are the colors. For MISC settings, I don't really change anything here. And that is KOVAAKS settings. Hope you guys liked this video. I'll see you guys in the next one or on stream at twitch.tv/MattyOW. Keep on dog clicking, everybody.